Hi, I'm Naomi with the Naomi Butler Show. You're not going to be able to really see my face, but I'm working on color song number 10, which is going to end up being donated to the NACE fundraiser coming up, and I've got to get this done soon. So I'm just going to start by adding a dark background and add some white in it. And this may go kind of quick, but it may be in parts. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to be putting down some background, and I may add all kinds of colors, and we're just going to have fun. So if you want to kind of watch, play along, because some of this may end up being dark, some of it may be light, and who knows? We'll see what happens. I'm just going to paint as fast as I can on this one, just because I want to. And this mixture that I have in this gray is from leftover paints that I had on a palette that ended up going together and made such a pretty gray. And you can always add white to it, but when you have leftover paints, that's what you do. You just kind of add all of them together, and then you can add some white. I use gesso for white, so it might be cheaper that way, or you can just use up what you've got and as far as paint and add gesso to it, and you get a little bit different, cheaper, inexpensive way of using paints. So, okay, I'm just going to put that brush there because I'm probably going to use it over and over and over. And I'm going to be scraping in to some of this. I'll probably come back on that again. But right now, I'm going to add some colors. Okay. And I may mix some. I may put some blue and yellow, mix green. I may not want green though. I may cover it up. Who knows? This is a color song painting, which a lot of my previous color song paintings had a lot of small shapes. So this time I may just use a few larger shapes and play around with it. You may not be able to see all of the color combinations, but that's okay. And as you can tell, I may even mix in some of the gray within this mixture. I'm not thinking at all, I'm just painting. And I don't have all colors on this palette. I use a bead box for my palette now, and I can save the paint for a lot longer time. I just mist the paints on top when I'm through painting and close the lid, and as you can tell, it will snap and it saves the paint. I've had paint in that bead box before for 3 months at a time, and it still worked. And at the end of that time, I mixed up another gray, which became kind of a brownish gray, and you just add white and keep going. Try not to have the same shapes for everything, but I also might add some colors on top of some of the colors I've already put down, and it just gives it a different element. So and I paint all the way over the edge because I'm going to put a black color on the sides. That's what I do with mine, and this will be framed in a floater frame, which gives it a cool edge. All right, I'm going to take a Pitt pen scratching in, it still pulls the paint away, so I'm not wanting that effect right now. I want to try to use maybe a liner brush and create a real thin black so I can kind of just do some random lines within this, even if it's kind of giving some weird lines and texture to different areas, and even outlining. Sometimes that's something I do with the color song paintings. What's cool is when you pull your paintbrush through another color, you get a totally different color there. So it's just abstract, it's just random. Some may get covered up as we go along. A lot will probably, and this may take a few coats, but I'm just, again, having fun. Love drips, so making it liquidy to roll down. I'm going to use a bigger brush to add some areas of just black. I love the contrast with black and white in paintings. It really makes it pop. I just added a little bit of that gray into the black and made the gray even a darker shade. You can do all kinds of shapes. Because that's thin, it'll probably get covered up with all kinds of stuff. So again, we're just having fun. And I may bring in some other colors to this. Let's bring in some cerulean blue, straight cerulean blue. That mixed in with a little bit of other colors made it not so cerulean. Abstract does not have to be perfect. That's why you see me just painting. I'm not creating something specific. I'm looking at different shapes, different areas. Composition is one thing that I will look at even at the beginning, but closer to the end of everything. And you can even add some lines with that color mixed in with it. Not just black or white. You can add all kinds of colors in here. Color song paintings tend to have a bunch of little strokes like this throughout them, and I don't know why. I can't explain it to you. It's just how it works on this series. All right, we're going to also lighten up that color. See how that makes it pop? kinds of different sizes in the shapes. Could even do some circles. Just taking a regular pencil. Mixing some orange and burnt sienna and cad red. It's really a strong orange color, and up against that blue, which is a complementary color. It goes well. Bringing some cad yellow deep into it to give it some light. And it may mix in with some of these other colors, which is fine. They sometimes create another color. Blue and yellow create green. Yellow and black create a green, like an olive green. See how mixing that blue and that yellow right there creates a green, if you can see it, I'm not sure. It's a different green, but it's close to that green. I think I'll probably come back some of this green. Okay, this is going to be a colorful painting. We're going to put some pink down here. And I'm going to mix some of that in it, and then maybe grab some of the dots on purple. Create a cool purplish color, which is my favorite color. Mixed in with that green, it gives it a different color. Nothing's dry, so it's just putting colors on top of a blank canvas or on top of another color, seeing what happens. And I'm going to bring some of that bright pink in some areas, which really gives it a pop. And that blue that's mixing in with it makes it another totally different color. So whoever tries to bid and win this painting at the NACE fundraiser, you will be able to see how I did it. Sometimes you see a painting, you have no idea how the artist pulled it together or what they accomplished during that time. And this one, I'm gonna try to keep it, even if I get paint on me, I'm gonna try to keep it to quick videos and get it done as soon as I can so you get to watch it. I don't want to have it long videos, but I never know how long something's going to take. That is something that just happens. Sometimes you're just trying to get paint off the brush to use it up, so you don't waste it. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to that gray, add some white, and just, it's got some blue in it, in the brush, I guess. So we're just gonna kind of do some areas that will cover up some of this paint and create a background. And we may come into some of the areas to break it up, as you will see here, how I'm breaking some of those areas up. And they may turn into other colors. See what happened there. I wonder how many of you artists out there hold your breath or have your mouth open when you're painting, or just, I don't know, we do different things when we're focused and don't even realize it. So as you can tell, some of that is light gray, and you see some darker grays in here. And I'm going to keep adding some lighter grays in some areas that may turn into different colors because they're mixing in with other colors around them. I'm just trying to cover the canvas right now and also think about composition, where I might want to put some of the gray background. And maybe open it up a little bit. and I get paint all over me. That's why I wear paint clothes when I paint. Okay, we're at 31 minutes, and I think I'm going to stop and come back and do a part 2 later, but I kind of want to finish putting something on every part of the canvas before I stop, if I can accomplish that. Quickly. You can see how I break it up for my color song paintings. This is number 10 of the color song series. If I just put straight white, you can see how that really makes it pop. Especially against darker backgrounds. This might take more than 2 parts, who knows, but I'm just having fun. And I even like to put a lighter gray against a darker gray, or vice versa, and bring it together somehow. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop. Hope you enjoyed that. That's color song number 10, part 1, and we'll see what we do with it after it dries. And you know what? Before I do anything, I'm going to take this black pen, it's a pit pen, and just kind of draw in some shapes. And it's really the graffiti effect where it pulls out maybe colors that are underneath it. For instance, here that black was dry, so I kind of scraped in there. So you might see some colors underneath. And you might scrape some colors right on top of that with a different color. See how that did? It's hard to see it up front, up close and personal. I mean, you know, on the video, it's just, I'm seeing Naomi scrape into stuff that looks kind of cool, but what does it really look like up close? Who knows? Some of that's already dry underneath there. That's fine. And I may even take, sorry, I keep going. I may take some extra paint here, just make some lines. Color. Even scrape it across some of the paint. Okay, almost done. Okay, there you go. Color song number 10, part 1. And we'll be doing a lot of gray in some areas to leave some of the colors showing, but it won't be all showing when I get through. So there you go. Thank you.